recording. Okay. So any question, again, welcome. You can put a question on the chat bar. So welcome everyone to the TLS Weight Management Solution Overview. So I'm sure, those of you who have been part of the shop.com business are the ones that already know about TLS as transitions lifestyle system, which is a system that help people to manage their weight as well as their health. And this particular overview is quite a brief one. I mean, obviously we do have training that are coming up that will be, in a more detail. But this particular one is basically a short preview of what TLS is about. So the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, which is basically the statistics done through the government in the US, shows that more than half population are overweight or obese. And the statistics that are in Australia or, in Singapore, Malaysia, mainly third world countries are not far off. A lot of people are really overweight and obese, as you can imagine. Different countries will have different statistics. But, the reality is that, people who are overweight may have conditions such as stroke, diabetes, certain cancers, and heart disease. So that means, for people that their weight are not ideal, their health is also not ideal, because so often their overweight or obesity, situation causes them to be unhealthy, and hence these different types of degenerative diseases often happen as a result of that. And also childhood obesity is at an all-time high, and often children are overweight when one or both of their parents are overweight. And a lot of research has been done that if even just one parent or both parents are overweight, when the children grow up, they would start being overweight and obese, and if they don't look at more their lifestyle, then they will grow up to be obese as well. And that is really the genetic component of it. But having said that, the lifestyle also plays an important part. So what goes wrong with weight loss? When we think about weight loss, there are many factors that can affect why people are either overweight or obese. Well, if you look at the different reasons below, diets really don't work. Like when you look at the word diets, the first three letters are die, which means that really, when people are only looking at trying to deprive themselves of food, they try to not eat properly or skip meals and all that, that certainly is not the way to do it. And when people try to lose weight, they also lose water and muscle and not fat. So TLS is a program that we focus on fat loss, not just weight loss or the numbers on the scale. And not only that, a lot of people would just lose water and muscle, and that is not the healthy way to lose weight. And also, all calories and kilojoules aren't created equal. So many programs in the market look at reducing calories as a way to lose weight, and that is extremely unhealthy, because as you can see, this lady in the middle, on the left and on the right, you've got some junk food. On the right, you've got some healthy green vegetables. It may be that these two types of food have the same kind of calories. However, they are not created equal, are they? Well, say for example, 100 calories from an egg are not the same as 100 calories of processed, let's say, juice. Like a lot of people like drinking processed orange juice, like in a bottle, and a lot of people think, oh, because it's orange juice, it must be healthy. Well, it's not necessarily the case. Say, for example, if you look at real food like kale, it has vitamins, minerals, fiber, enzymes, phytonutrients, antioxidants, all these things are fantastic. However, on the other hand, processed food, say, for example, the processed orange juice I was talking about, has pretty much nothing but sugar. When you look at the label behind all this processed food or juice, you will see that it's got so much sugar. And this kind of calories is pretty much what we call empty calories. And it's in fact lacking nutrients. We really do need nutrients to be healthy. So focusing on the quality of the food over the number of calories is the key to success when trying to lose weight or manage your health. So that's why, you know, when we are depleted, from having enough good calories and kilojoule, then there would be neurological changes, hormonal changes, and metabolic changes as well. So these are the things that cause a lot of issues when it comes to what goes wrong with weight loss. Okay, so let's have a look at the different diet programs out there. So often, you know, the programs out in the market put an emphasis on what to eat and don't teach people how to eat. Like they would basically just give you like, you know, bam, like a sort of group of food, or like, you know, just say, okay, this is the food that you eat, or even give you food that's prepackaged for you to eat. So what that means is you're not educated on how to eat. And also they focus on the scale, not true fat loss. Like the numbers on the scale, whether it's like kilos or pounds, is not really, as I mentioned, the most pertinent and appropriate way to measure our health. And in fact, you know, in terms of the management of our weight, of our health, has to do with fat loss. And also a lot of the diet programs out there don't support hormones and metabolic changes. As we mentioned, you know, what goes wrong with weight or, you know, fat loss is the issues with hormones and metabolism. And that is something we need to address. And therefore, it's important for us to think about having different types of healthy accelerator supplements to help with those. And also a lot of diet programs don't offer multiple programs, which means that it's the same one-size-fits-all program to everyone and anyone. The thing though is that everyone is different. You know, we are all different in the way that we have different commitment level, we have different budget, we have different, you know, lifestyle. So if the program is just a one-size-fits-all, then it won't help the majority of people. And also a lot of the diet programs don't have trained coaches. So what that means is people are only, you know, given the program and then that's it, and they are just left with themselves doing what they don't even know what they don't know. So having trained coaches and also having a customizable and personalized program are very important. So why do you want to lose weight? For those of you that are on this call, maybe you are the one that wants to lose weight, or maybe you want to help others to lose weight. You know, then it's important for you to know the why, because with anything, whether it's you know, getting healthy or achieving your goals in whatever areas of your life, knowing the why is an extremely important thing, because when you have your why, then you would know how and the what, then you'll be able to do it. So is your why, you want to get healthy, you want to live longer, better, you want to reduce the risk of disease, as I mentioned, you know, overweight and obese. There's these two categories of people having issues are closely related of the risk of different diseases. And or your why of wanting to lose weight is you want to have time with your children or even grandchildren, to have time play with them and to have the energy to play with them. Or you want to look fabulous, or you have nice dresses or jeans or, you know, outfit that you want to fit into. Whatever the reason, it's very important before you get into a weight management program to know your why. So what I would like you to think about now, if you've got, you know, a notebook in front of you, or like your notepad, is to just write down, you know, a couple of words or reason why you want to lose weight, or why you want to help others to lose weight. So once you have your why, then you will have the, you know, the desire to do it. Anyone can share with me? Maybe you can just type in your chat bar some of your reasons. For those of you or any one of you who want to lose weight or you want to help others to lose weight, can someone share with me, apart from what we've got here, get healthy, live longer, reduce risk of disease, have children or have energy to play with them, want to look fabulous? With Sarah and myself, we always have this hashtag when we help our clients, and that is helping Aussies become healthy, like, you know, helping Aussies become healthy. And that is really our mission, because we see that, you know, in Australia, there are so many people who are unhealthy, so many people who are overweight, and so many children who are obese even. So we would love to help them do that, to be able to lose weight and to be healthy. And yeah, to be more confident. That's a really good answer as well, because once we have, you know, a better weight, an ideal weight, and we will be able to also become healthier, then we will be more confident. Also, someone wants to look younger and more confident, for sure, because once you know, lose weight, definitely you look younger. And that is also a really good reason. Thanks for sharing, guys. So it's wonderful. It's important for you to actually know your why. Okay, so think about your obstacles now. Obviously, whatever goals that we have, there's bound to be obstacles that will stop us sometimes, you know, in terms of wanting to reach those goals, right? So here, there are different reasons. Number one is family is unhealthy. Others, work or work functions means that, you know, your work may provide you with unhealthy food, or work functions means, you know, they can give you things that you don't really want to eat, but you are sort of forced to eat. Or could it be alcohol? Long days at work that you don't really have time to eat, or you skip meals. What about food prep? Like, because you may not want to cook, or you just don't like to cook, or you don't have cooking time. Or lack of exercise. There are so many people who tell me, oh, I just don't have time for exercise. And that is true, but really, what gets scheduled gets done, and it's an important concept. You know, if you are really, you know, finding your health, your weight management is important, then you'll take time out to exercise. And yeah, we also have a couple of people saying that, yeah, the reason why they want to lose weight is to be able to wear better outfits, and also help people live longer, prevent heart attacks. That is so important, Wendy. Wendy is also one of our you know, TLS weight management coach, and she has a real heart to help people to live better, longer, and to prevent, you know, diseases. So yeah, it's so important for us to identify our obstacles. Once we are able to identify them, then we'll be able to see, okay, what can we do to overcome these obstacles? Okay, so can someone maybe give us an example of one of these obstacles and how you can overcome them? Say, for example, for me, if I've been, you know, I've had long days, or I plan to have I know that I'm going to have a long days, then I will prepare lunch and dinner beforehand, you know, so that, you know, I can just bring them with me, you know, healthy foods, rather than sort of just go out to buy whatever that may not be, you know, the most healthy and or like junk food. So that is one example. Is there any other example that you can think of that you or people that you know that are facing these obstacles, however they're not able to overcome them, and how you can help them to overcome? Say, for example, lack of exercise. I've mentioned that if you don't exercise, that will actually defeat the purpose of you wanting to lose weight. Then really schedule your time to exercise. And if your family eats unhealthily, then what I think is the most important thing to do is really to set an example, to start eating healthy yourself and not let them affect you. So these are some of the important things, and that's why, you know, we say that it's so important for you to have a coach in order for you to be able to reach your weight management and health goals, because then you will have a coach to keep you accountable, to encourage you, to inspire you, and to support you. Okay, so what if there was a program that was comprehensive, customizable, backed by science and focused on a lifestyle approach and had proven success in improving your health and look? So this program will help you, you can see, with your brain, with your heart, and with your body. So that is an important distinction, which means it has to be comprehensive, meaning that it will give you overall, not just one or two parts of the health and fitness improvement. Customizable means that it's not one size fits all. Depending on where you're at in your health journey, we can customize it for you. And obviously, it's important to be backed by science, and that means it's proven, and also a lifestyle approach and not just diet. Okay, so this is what we call the TLS Transition Lifestyle System Weight Management Solution. So this is the solution that we offer and we advocate in order for you to be able to reach your weight and management as well as your health goal in order to be sustainable. It is the most comprehensive and customizable program available, and it is a true lifestyle program, meaning that it's not just diet or short term or yo-yo. It's actually a lifestyle program where once you've actually established the habit of it and you follow that, you will be able to sustain that. And it also focuses on fat loss and keeping it off. It's very important. Now, TLS weight loss is actually on social media everywhere. So if you want to check it out and learn more about it, it's on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest as well. So you can learn a lot more. So there are 4 different components of the weight management solution with TLS. They are, number 1, low glycemic impact eating. Number 2 is improved body composition. Number 3 is supplementation, which is scientific, science-based, as well as long standing with natural. Number 4 is education. So weight management really is the magic. It is science, and you really need to have all those 4 components in order to be successful. So let's go through the first one. So low glycemic impact eating. Okay, so when it comes to the first pillar of what we call the TLS component, it's very important for us to understand how that works. In terms of low glycemic impact eating, it has a lot of health benefits that comes with it. With low glycemic, it promotes cardiovascular health, and it also helps maintain blood sugar levels, and helps the body to burn fat and improves your energy. And they are all natural anti-inflammatory foods. So basically, it is the quality of the food. When we talk about glycemic impact, it actually includes 2 components. One is the glycemic index, and that is the quality of the food, and then the glycemic load, which is the quantity of the food. So basically, you need to be aware, that when you look at the low glycemic impact, you really need to understand the different factors like the fat, the fiber, the protein that will slow down the fast release of sugar. So if you have a look at this picture here, the green zone, which is what we call the fat burning zone, which is ideal for weight management. So that's 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7. The blood sugar level is really leveled, and it's helping people to be able to lose weight and burn fat. Whereas when you go to 4 and 5, they are the high GI, which is the high, spike your food, your blood sugar, causing you to leave your fat burning zone and then leading to the sapping of your energy. And that's why it's so important for us to have foods that are having a balanced diet of low and medium GI, and that will get you back, to finding your fit. It's important for you to understand how it works. So if you say, for example, we don't normally, recommend people to eat a lot of cake, but because cake has a high fat content, but it actually has lower GI but lack nutrients. So if you have to have a cheat meal, so to speak, which we don't recommend, but if you do, then it is best to pair that occasional cheat meal with something to lower the release of blood sugar release, and alcohol is a great example too. So never really drink on an empty stomach. So these are some of the examples that, when you eat your, low and medium GI, it will actually help you to get back on track. Like we actually have a 12-week program with one session just on low GI. So it has a lot of knowledge within the low GI impact. And basically, it started off with, a lot of different health professionals gathering together to help people to reduce their blood sugar level, particularly those that are diabetic, type 2, but then it gets to a point where many people find that using low glycemic eating can help them with their weight management and, promotes really healthy living as well. So the thing that is very important with TLS though is that we don't restrict food groups. Even though we have different menu plans, the menu plans are there for only a short period of time depending on which plan that you will be given as a result of your weight management profile. However, long-term wise with TLM, you will never see a restriction of the major food groups necessary for overall health. So say proteins, carbohydrates, and fats are all important for you to be consuming, and you will not have to starve yourself or give up the flavor to succeed. So the second, pillar of the TLS is body composition. Now, with weight loss, you can easily lose muscle and water. So it's important to understand that not drinking enough water can cause, kilo drop, and not going to the bathroom to move your bowels can also cause your pound gain. So true fat loss is really about reshaping your body. So when we talk about body composition, we are talking about transitioning from a fat storage lifestyle to a fat burning lifestyle. So when it comes, to transition lifestyle, we are looking at, fat burning. So if you have a look at the picture on your right, if we have slower metabolism, that means, we have a lot more fat than muscle. If we have a lot more muscle than fat, then we will have a lot more healthy metabolism. So the saying is that muscle dictates metabolism. So the less muscle you have, the slower your metabolism. The more muscle that you have, the stronger your metabolism. That's why exercise is so important to build up our muscle. So fat loss and centimeter, reduction versus just the numbers on the scale, which is the weight loss. And are you aware that true fat loss is really about reshaping the body and seeing the changes in your centimeters and really the clothing, like Ron talks about, being able to fit into a nice dress and all that is very important. So that is the part about clothing and seeing the changes in your centimeters or inches. Now, in terms of skinny fat, I don't know whether you've heard about that. Skinny fat are the concept that people who may look decent in their clothing, but in fact, their body fat percentage is high and they may be flabby and unhealthy. So if you've seen, a 10-liter scale, which is a body scan scale, which basically measures various parts of your body composition. It can measure based on your height and your exercise level and your age, your metabolic age, your, the different areas like body fat percentage, visceral fat, muscle mass, and all that. And that will allow you, to assess how healthy you are. So that's why with TLS, we are talking more about fat loss, centimeter loss, rather than just the reduction of weight, which is the numbers on the scale. Okay, so the body composition and exercise, it takes you from a high body fat percentage to a low body fat percentage. It's more important for us to look at our body fat percentage and not just the scale, and it changes your shape, and you can see that as you go on to the the various TLS programs, which we'll talk a little bit about later, that you will become fitter and you'll look better, you'll feel better, and you'll have more energy as well. And what we normally do is to take your measurements, your 10-liter scale measurement, as well as either your inches or your centimeters. And, in terms of fitness, it actually means fit it in. As I mentioned, a lot of people say, oh, I really don't have enough time for exercise. But if you really cherish your health and your weight management, then you really do need to fit it in. Schedule it. What gets scheduled gets done. And the types of exercise that we highly recommend that we all do is cardiovascular, weight resistance, and stretching. And that is flexibility exercise. And one exercise which I personally highly recommend, and many people do it with great results while they're doing either the 21-day, the second 2 weeks, as well as the 8-week or the 12-week programs, are what I call what is called HIIT, HIIT, which is high intensity interval training. And this training is great for fat burning, and it also involves all 3 types of exercise, including cardiovascular, weight resistance, stretching, and flexibility. And you can either go to the gym to do HIIT, or you can, even just do it at home through YouTube as well. So body composition and exercise is extremely important. So the third TLS component of the importance of being able to get into a successful reduction of fat loss is TLS supplementation. And, some people always say, oh, why is it that we need supplementation? Can't I just do exercise or eat healthy? Well, the reason why we need it is because it's designed to help people while adopting to a new healthy lifestyle. Because as we're going through a new healthy lifestyle, just eating healthy or exercise is not enough, because, we at times will still have poor dietary habits, unhealthy eating. Say in the past, if you've been through more than 2 or 3 dieting program, then your metabolism has been compromised already. And if that's the case, then you do need scientific supplementation that will help you to get your metabolism back on track, or what we call find your fit. And so many people with the yo-yo dieting, if you don't get some supplementation to help you, it will be very hard for you to get your metabolism back on track. And so it provides the daily nutrients for your metabolism. And hormones not balanced, and in our body we've got the leptin, ghrelin, and cortisol, the stress hormone, the hormones that tell us whether we are hungry or whether we've had enough to eat, satiety, and others. And these supplementations can really help us with the hormonal change and to balance them. And if you just eat the standard food, they may not be helpful. You really do need some support. The third thing is the carbohydrate sensitivity as well. And so many people, when they're going through weight management, they have the issues with digestive discomfort, or they just cannot imagine a day without grains, meaning they're just craving for different types of food. So we have some amazing TLS supplementations that can help you with those. And when people are chronic stress and fatigue, they're binge eating, or they have a lot of visceral fat, which no matter what you do, a lot of times, even you do a lot of exercise, it's difficult to reduce them because they are the fats that are around your organ. Then the TLS supplementations has been proven to help. And also burn fat. If you're able to do exercise alongside the TLS supplementation, then it will help you promote thermogenesis to help you with creating, the fat reduction, as well as, the fat storage will then become fat burning. So we have different types of supplementation available that depending on where you're at. And so what you need to do is to go to the person who invited you to this call, or your TLS coach, to do what we call a weight management profile. And if you need help from me as, as the shop.com business owner, you're welcome to contact me as well. And once you've done it, then you will be informed what are the different supplementations that are most suitable for you. As I mentioned, TLS is a comprehensive, customizable, personalized program, and it depends on individuals' commitment level, their time limit and different things, and the budget as well, to be recommending you. So we have the nutrition shakes, we have the 21-day challenge kit, we have Isotonix Opc3 multivitamin, and we've got some global products which we'll go through. So the TLS nutrition shakes, really amazing in that it is a really healthy meal that will help us to replace, we can use it as a replacement shake, although we generally say use this as a snack in between your meals, but if you do need to have it as a replacement shake, that can be done as well. And it includes 24 vitamins, minerals, and essential vitamins, and 8 B vitamins, antioxidants, vitamin C and E. So that is also a free radical that can help with free radical scavenger that can help, with antioxidant support. And so it's got a lot of fiber, and it's got an amazing fiber called fiber soy, which is the best of its kind, 11 grams of it, a lot of soy protein, and gluten-free as well. And the 21-day challenge kit is a kit that comes alongside 21-day challenge, which Sarah will be sharing with us a little bit about, and so I won't go into too much detail. But within the 21-day kit, there are different products that are inside. The first one is Isotonix. It supports the blood sugar functions, which is an important part of helping us to reduce our sugar level. And within Isotonix we have chromium. Chromium is involved in the normal glucose metabolism, and is a very important nutrient that works to support normal healthy glucose as well. So when we think about Isotonix, we think about people that perhaps have blood sugar issues, and they need to have like a maintenance of sugar level, and they need to have more energy. And Isotonix is also known with so many testimonials of helping people to have their craving of food reduction as well. So when people, they feel hungry, when they have Isotonix, that will help them during their detox. Okay, so the second very important supplementation is Isotonix Opc3, which is a flagship product, and it helps maintain healthy immune system, and is a free radical scavenger, which is really amazing. It has 3 of the most potent and powerful antioxidants, and it also helps with a lot of overall health and blood circulation and anti-inflammatory as well. And Isotonix multivitamin, it also supports sleep, nerve function, immune function, metabolism, and it aids, assists, and helps in the maintenance of general well-being. So we all need to have at least 5 to 9 servings on fruits and vegetables, and if we don't have enough, then definitely Isotonix multivitamins will provide us with enough of the multivitamins as well as some minerals. And in terms of the global shop, we have, some of the very important products that can help us with weight management. The first one is Core Fat and Carb Inhibitor. This product actually assists in weight loss and inhibit carb absorption. What that means is if people, they crave for carbs, many people do, right? Whether like you like rice or noodles or spaghetti or pasta, whatever, like even bread, then this core can help you to inhibit, those bad carbs, and then it will actually allow the good carb to be absorbed. So that's why it's really good, because it also is not actually a carb blocker. It is only an inhibitor, because then we all need good carb as well. And it also helps to tame your hunger and maintain normal blood sugar level. And the other one is Tourmaline Cla, and it helps reduce overall body fat. So if you have a body fat percentage higher than healthy, when you have your 10-liter scale measurement, then CLA is a product that I would highly recommend. And I've seen time and time again a lot of my clients that have used CLA to help them reduce their overall body fat, and they have been able to have a much better shape in terms of being able to reduce their centimeters. And it also assists in promoting lean muscle mass. And a lot of people have stubborn belly fat, and this CLA is amazing in helping people reduce their belly fat as they are going through the exercise that we've been talking about, the 3 different types. If you do HIIT and then if you take CLA, it really will do a lot of good for you. And the other one is green coffee plus Garcinia Cambogia, and it's a decaffeinated coffee which helps to facilitate stored fat into use as energy. So what is so good about this is that if you have extra fat, whether it's body fat or visceral fat, then this product will actually convert this fat, which is stored in your body, to energy. So you will have a lot more energy if you have extra fat, and that's amazing. And it also promotes reduction in BMI. And I've actually read research that's been done for people that have been taking green coffee plus Garcinia, and those that don't, while they're going through the weight management program, they measure their BMI or their overall body fat percentage and metabolic age. The reduction has been amazing. So if you really want to reduce your BMI or your body fat percentage alongside this core and the CLA, this is another good product to consider taking. And TLS Trim Tea is actually a really popular tea all around the world now. I remember when it first came out, it was sold out within days. And it is a gluten-free tea that helps maintain normal blood sugar level and supports cardiovascular health. And the good thing about this is that when they try to, maintain their appetite, and it's a lot of times they will feel hungry while they're going through, let's say, the detox week, or reduce when they reduce their carbohydrates or dairy or things that they love. This tea can really help, and it supports the metabolic balance and wellness as well. And finally, we also have TLS shake options. For those that may say, oh, I probably don't want to have soy in my shake, then the plant-based protein and the whey protein, is only just whey with 21 grams of protein and 4.5 additional gram of BCAAs, and that's really, really good. And the plant-based protein shake has 11 grams of protein, and so you can actually, you have a different choices for you to be able to go through in order to give you extra bonus in terms of helping you with a lot of times, you can add, the more muscle to you. Okay, so in terms of trim tea, it's actually because it's still got a little bit of caffeine, not too much. It might be better to drink it sort of like before you before dinner, or even mid-afternoon. It's okay. I mean, if you are the type of person that if you drink tea or coffee and you can't fall asleep, then I probably would recommend that you drink the trim tea sort of mid-afternoon, before the mid-afternoon. Okay, so Sarah, are you on? Let me just have a look.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay. Hi. Sorry, I muted myself again because I didn't want Malachi to walk in, and then you had to unmute me. So Kitty's been through a lot of what the program entails. Within TLS, we like to educate our people because we feel education is the best way for somebody to be able to move forward and continue with a healthy lifestyle. Because a lot of diets, what will tell people what they need to do, but won't actually educate them on how to do it. So when people finish doing a diet, they go back to their old habits. Whereas with TLS, we want to educate people. So within TLS, we're going to teach people how to eat and not what to eat. Okay, so we're going to show them within our plans that we'll go through a bit later how they're going to plan out their day. As Kitty mentioned, we don't restrict food groups. We want people to learn how to have all food groups in their daily eating habits, but we want them to do it the right way. And because everybody has different lifestyles, as we were saying before, it's all customizable. So we want to teach the person how to eat for life, but realize it's not the same. The way I eat is going to be different to the way somebody else eats, and that can be based on my lifestyle. It can also be based on my culture. So we can actually implement that within their TLS program. And we want to teach people how to build their body the right way. So that's incorporating a healthy diet plus building muscle. All right, are you going to swap the things over? I can't swap them, can I, Kitty? Okay, beautiful. So generally we would do, the programs can be up to like 12 weeks. And within those 12 weeks of education, we have videos that are on our TLS Slim website as well under resources. So you can run through each of these videos, as well as sit down with the TLS coach and have these 12 different weeks of education. So the first one is goal setting and detox, because we want people to set goals, and we don't want it just to be, I want to lose blah kilos, or I want to be such and such kilograms of my weight. So we want them to have a really big think about exactly what it is that they want within their health. So do they want to be able to run 5 kilometers? Do they want to be able to play with their children or their grandchildren? Do they want to drop their body fat percentage to a certain percentage? We don't, we want them to have more of a focus than just that number in kilograms on the scale. We teach them about low GI impact, reading labels. A lot of people don't know how to read labels. So it's a great one to run people through, because it does shock them a little bit when they have a look at products in their cupboard. Improving metabolism, exercise and body composition, planning and dining out. It's another place where people get really scared when they start to eat healthy and do the right thing, and then they get scared about eating out. So it's about teaching them how they can eat out and do it without punishing themselves or feeling that they can't eat anything or not being able to go anywhere. Nutrition basics, creating healthy habits, overcoming obstacles. So even that planning and dining out can be, a bit of an obstacle for them. Managing stress, because that's one of our fat factors, assessing results, and living the TLS lifestyle, as well as supplement regimes. So we teach them an overall view of what we can do. Some of the other educational topics we have are things like gluten sensitivity, self-confidence, food addiction, because a lot of the time there's a lot of food addiction involved in where people have got themselves to, appetite control, remembering where you started and where you never want to go back to. So the goal planning at the start is very important for that. We want them to remember why they're doing it and why they don't want to go back. We like people sharing stories, meal planning, grocery shopping. We teach them about sweeteners, hormone, health and stress, supplements and why they help us, alcohol, and also the importance of sleep. So we have a few different programs, so we can customize to our TLS clients and the lifestyle that you guys have. And it really does depend on things like their goals and the commitment level. people with a bigger weight loss, you really have to work along a more long-term goal with some short-term goals involved as well. Whereas a person that wants to just lose a few kilos, their goals can be a lot more short-term. Okay, so the most common programs that we do are 12 weeks. They're full comprehensive programs. You can run most of the programs for 12 weeks. Generally, Kitty and I find 8 weeks is really good because people can still stay focused within that 8 weeks. 6 weeks is still nice and easy. 4 weeks if they just want to do something really quick. 21 days if they just want to run with our 21-day program, or even if they just want to have like a 7-day detox and just to refresh themselves from scratch, we can still run them through that program.
Sorry, Sarah, can you speak up a little? Yeah. Not very clear there.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, yes, thanks.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is the 7-day detox. And this one is what we encourage everybody to do no matter what program they're looking at. So starting a detox to clear your palate and clean your body and really, really get that body kicking back into how it should be working is really important. So we want to get the maximum benefits from our program, and detoxing is what will help us do that. So within the detox, we try to encourage people to do 7 days, and it will purge the body of a lot of toxins. It will rejuvenate your natural energy. So instead of having to rely on, sweet foods, carbohydrates, caffeine, the body will naturally start to do that energy itself. So what you do within that is you remove unhealthy foods like junk food and things like that. We have meal plan, which you can see to the right. That's our, on the back of that has a meal plan. You get 3 servings of fruit, lots of raw veggies, 8 glasses of water, protein, good fats, and then we eliminate all our grains and starches, no alcohol, and it does say on there no exercise, but if you can do some light walking or some like yoga and stuff, that you can do that as well. So that's what we try to start everybody off with. The fat shredder program. So fat shredder, you can lose 4 kilos in 2 weeks. This is quite an intensive program. So somebody who's losing a lot of weight, you would not put them onto fat shredder. This is more for the person who wants to, lose some weight to go to like a holiday, or, like they've got a wedding coming up or something like that, where they're really, really committed. They can do a lot of, multiple days of exercise, and they are more than happy to cut, certain food types out for a little while. Okay, so it's highly intensive. It's 2-week program. So sometimes we generally would do like a week of detox and then the 2 weeks of fat shredder. And then you introduce your supplements, you'll add muscle, and the muscle increases the metabolism. So that's what helps to burn off more of the foods that you're eating and help burn the fat that you're holding on to. Okay, so you can lose up to 4.5 kilos. You have 6 to 12 servings of veggies. You implement nutrition shakes, 3 to 4 servings of protein, because the body needs that to be able to repair. When you're exercising, you're tearing muscle, so you need the protein to repair. Okay, you get your good fats, fruits, and your Tls supplements. The next one we've got is called Rapid Results. So within Rapid Results, you can lose between 900 grams to 1.3 kilos per week. A lot of people will take this as the program. You'll find a lot of people that will, once they do, like our little questionnaire, a lot of people get Rapid Results. So Rapid Results is a really good one for people who want to lose a steady amount of weight consistently. Okay, so people still need to be motivated and quite committed to doing this because they don't have grains and starches in at the start. So if people are finding that really hard, don't put them on the Rapid Results. But if they're okay with that, Rapid Results is a really great one to do. They get the 5 to 6 servings of protein, veggies, 2 servings of dairy. So within the fat shredder, there's no dairy. This one has dairy. We have good fats, fruit. You can have a little bit of nuts in this one as well. We encourage everybody to exercise 4 to 5 days a week. So a good half an hour, get that little heart rate up a bit. You want to feel a little bit of a sweat because that's when you know that you're going to actually burn some fat. The next one we've got from there is Sure and Steady. So Sure and Steady is really great for people who have a long-term weight loss goal, okay, because they're not going to be able to, you don't want them to lose too quickly either, because you don't want them to have too much flappy skin going on. So you want them to have that nice steady results. And this is also for people who freak out when you tell them no grains and starches. It can give them a good starting base so they can learn how to eat within the TLS way. Okay, so it teaches them how to plan and eat their meals. But you know, they can start off with their grains and then go to something more like rapid results later on down the track. Okay, these with the Sure and Steady, you can lose between 450 grams up to about 900 grams a week. So it's about half a kilo to under a kilo, which is nice and steady for some people. Okay, they'll get to have 5 to 6 servings of protein, lots of veggies, dairy. They get the starches, good fats, whole grains. So we're going to teach them to eat whole grains instead of like white starchy grains. And they get fruit. We still want them to exercise. We still want them to take supplements. We want them to get used to putting these changes into their lifestyle now, because the exercise is going to help them a lot. And the supplements are still going to be helping these guys. They're making changes to their current eating habits already by going into Sure and Steady. So we want the supplements to be able to help with that. For people once they've finished the program, or if you have people who are like, I just really want to eat healthy, I'm not, you know, I'm fairly healthy anyway. I just want to learn how to, you know, set out my day for eating. And people coming off programs, continued commitment is really great for them. So it just gives you a really maintained healthy lifestyle. It will still focus on maintaining optimal body composition, but it's a lot more flexible than some of the other programs that we have. And it does allow you to have occasional indulgences. So like that little cake that Kitty was talking about earlier, that's what continued commitment goes with. Okay, so it's just everyday healthy living. Some people still may find that they lose a bit of weight running on continued commitment, but generally it would be people that have reached their goals. Within this, it's, you know, you're standing your 5 to 6 servings of protein, 6 to 8 servings of vegetables. You've got dairy, starches, good fats, whole grains, fruit. Still encouraging exercise 3 to 6 days a week. We want everybody to exercise, you know, as much as they can, even if it's only 10 minutes on your HIIT every day. Or if you can go for a nice walk a few days a week, a nice half an hour walk, that's always really great as well. We have a 21-day challenge for people who really want to get in. It's so our fat shredder and our 21 days, they're fairly similar, but our 21-day challenge program comes with their kit, although we encourage everybody to buy the kit no matter which program they're doing. The 21-day challenge has everything that you need in there. It has 2 separate phases. You can lose between 5 and 15 kilos in this. So it's really great for people who want to lose fast, who are really committed, who really want to set that goal and get there quite quickly. The kit has everything so you can commit, you can succeed it really, really well. Within it, you've got phase 1, which is a detox cleanse. So like our detox program, it's all set out for you. You get all the paperwork that's involved, and it tells you what you can eat, what times of the day to eat. So you're having, you know, for breakfast, you're having protein and you're having vegetables and glasses of water, and it sets it all out quite well for you. So that gets all the toxins out. Phase 2 is where you start burning fat, and that's when you're really, really going to start seeing some really good results in there. So it repairs and reshapes the body to how you need your body to be. Okay, so with TLS, we have the right programs. Our programs are backed by science. It's really great that we can do that. They're comprehensive, customizable to people and their lifestyles. We really do focus on fat and centimeters lost. So on a regular basis, we'll catch up with our clients. We'll pop them onto our Tanita scale so they can see what they're losing in the way of their body fat, how their metabolic age is changing, how their bones are getting stronger, because when you exercise, your bones get stronger as well, which is really great. It stops you from getting brittle bones as you get older. We teach people how to eat well, and it's a really great lifestyle program. It can be implemented into their everyday life. So for the people here that are looking at, TLS, have a chat to the person who's brought you on here, because if you're ready and you want to look and feel great, lose weight, lose body fat, lose centimeters, if you want to be more healthy and improve your health, have a chat, because TLS can really do some great stuff for you. If you want to look at getting started, like we said, have a chat to the person that brought you here, but take the weight management profile. The weight management profile will give you a lot of different details in regards to how you can set this out for yourself well, how you can succeed, what products you need to use, or what program is the best for you. Okay, so then from there you would select the products that you need, and you can start as soon as you want to. As soon as, like, you can start pretty much today if you wanted to. You could get your program ready to go.
Great. Thank you, Sarah. That was
Alrighty.
amazing. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so I've also got Wendy here. As I've mentioned, apart from Sarah, I've also got another fellow TLS coach who's been pretty much, doing TLS for a while now. It started off with her sort of checking out this program, and then now she's even being a health coach herself. So I would like to invite her on to share a little bit about, her experience and her testimonial. And she and her husband have been doing really well using TLS as a success story, because I know that a lot of times when people are doing TLS, they have success stories, and I've actually seen a lot of people who've got great results. But for someone who's been able to not only get success stories, but also are willing to learn and do training and become a coach, and now pay it forward to help others, and to be able to see someone like that, and it really gives me what I call sidekick income. You know how when people talk about income, it's like the money that you earn, but sidekick income is the kind of income that you earn by seeing the people that you've helped being able to help others. And Wendy is the person that I feel, has given me that. So Wendy, I'll leave it for you to just, quickly in a couple of minutes, share your experience, please. Thanks.
Okay. My husband and I, it's going on 2 years now, we were both overweight by about 14 kilos, or even probably a little bit more, but by what we wanted. And at that time, we had friends of ours who had, can everyone hear?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, friends of ours who at the time, there were people that in our world that were dying of heart, with their heart at such a young age. And that was around, they were just in their 30s. And something around that time, I was already triggered that we needed to get onto a weight loss program, but we hadn't found anything that we really liked. And Kitty came over one day with just a sample of vitamin B complex to try, and it really helped my energy levels. So from there, I went to hear about more of the program. So we began to do the 21-day challenge, and actually the Great Innate program, where we did a competition with a few other people and started our weight loss journey. So there's a lot of factors to it, but pretty much what Kitty shared, the 4 pillars of health, the low GI eating and the body composition, education, and the supplementation just really, I mean, really worked. And of course, it took us 7 months, and we lost we both lost together 14 kilos, and we did it as a gradual approach. We got all that weight off, but we're just so thankful to Kitty, first of all, reaching out to us, and secondly, for the program, because it allowed us to be able to eat normal food and just eat better. It also trained us to think differently about food. And so now, even though we're 2 years along, we know now that we can't eat like we used to eat anymore. So, you know, the beautiful thing about the program also is you can always jump back on it and do the detox and do the 21-day challenge again if you need to. And you can really do it a few times, I guess, in the year if you really wanted to. So it's a great program to really become a brand new lifestyle.
Great, thank you, Wendy. Yes, and Wendy is now helping, you know, quite a lot of other people doing, you know, health improvement, as well as you know, sharing with them about TLS as well. And Wendy is going to be hosting a Wellness 101 for those of you who are in Melbourne. If you're interested, you can ask us. We will be able to give you some details. But another thing I'd like to share with you is for those of you who are going to be going to Sydney Convention, particularly those in Sydney, but also people that are in Melbourne that are going as well. Angela Lowe is going, you know, the newest TLS certified trainer, and she's going to be doing a training alongside myself on the Monday and Tuesday after convention on the 28th and 29th of May. So if you are available that Monday and Tuesday after convention, it will be in the evening from 6:30 to 10. Then you are more than welcome to join us, because this will be different from what we've gone through tonight. What we've gone through tonight is a really overview, really short, you know, overview of what TLS is about. Whereas with the TLS, you know, 101, 201, very comprehensive, and it will be, you know, 3.5 hours each evening. So if you're interested to learn more, you can contact me or Angela. Those of you who know her in Sydney will be able to help you, or you can just you know, do your booking by going in to the form in front of you there. You might like to take a photo, but if you're actually a UFO, you can go into GMTSS for the details. But the other thing I'd like to also share with you, we do have regular you know, Zoom event. If you guys are interested in learning more about different topics, like, you know, when Sarah was talking about, we've got specific, you know, areas that we have done, you know, different training and research on, like the hormone, the detox, and different things like that. So if you have any particular interest in any particular area, please feel free to let us know, because as a TLS coach and trainer, it's really my desire and mission to share more about, you know, this amazing program and the package that we have. So feel free to reach out to us for more information. And so now, is there any question before we call it a night? I know that it's sort of just past 9 already. Let me just, any question, feedback, or let me just share, stop share. I will unmute, or anyone want to ask any question? If not, then I don't see anything on the, let me have a look. Yeah, it doesn't look like there is any question. So if you do, yeah, just reach out to us. But thank you everyone for being here tonight. And when we have more, Zoom meeting like this, we'll let you know. All right, so let's, yep. Oh, actually, let me have a look at some of the group chat. Some people have actually written something there. Okay, Po Hong Tiao has asked a question, when is the best time? Yeah, we've answered that question, to consume trim tea. And it's, as I mentioned, if you actually sort of someone that would feel like, like after having some caffeine, you feel you can't fall asleep, then it would be best to drink it, during the day. And Kevin says, more years in your life is good, more life in your years is best. I agree. Like if you actually have a choice between having more years and having more life in your years, for me, I would choose more life, because it all boils down to energy. That's so true. That's so true. And Zelda wants to know how many teas can we have in a day. I don't think, I remember asking that question in the TLS coach sort of Facebook group. They say that there's really no sort of restriction, but then generally, like I said, there are actually 30 packets in one trim tea box, and if you have just one stick pick a day, that would be quite adequate for you. And let's see. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so yeah, if you guys have any more questions in the future, just let us know, and we'll be more than happy to support you. And thank you again, Sarah and Wendy. All right, bye for now.